Dr. Zielinski, we talked about the missing teeth a lot in a couple of videos. Tell us some of the main ways these days how missing teeth do get replaced. I know there have been improvements made, and yet at the same token, I also know that the ELTA methods are still quite applicable. So tell us a little bit, the balance one should have on what to choose, and is it you who chooses or is the patient who chooses of what he should have?
Well, of course, we work with every patient on an individual basis, and the patient is 100% completely involved in their treatment. We can't possibly convince somebody to do something they don't want to do or force something. We just give a patient options. We would like a patient to be completely involved in what they're going to have. Then the treatment range is anywhere from having a partial denture, something that you take in and out, or a bridge that's cemented in permanently, or even an implant. And there's advantages and disadvantages to every procedure, and we have to take it on a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
It's very important that you not only treat the problem, but you treat the patient, because at the end of the treatment, the patient is supposed to be feeling better and doing better.
All right. Now, however, a patient might just look at, let's just say, the money and say which one is the cheapest and do it. And while it might do the trick, he might regret it down the road, and he might even spend more money down the road. Like I have heard that, you have a bridge, which is basically two teeth, where you put a crown on it and you hang the missing tooth in between, and that could be two or three missing.
And a fake tooth in it.
And a fake tooth in it. And I've heard that thing, while it is wonderful and while it does a great job and has done a great job for a long time, it has to be replaced much more often than an implant, which means no matter what, on the long run, it's more expensive. I don't know whether you concur with that. So tell us a little bit. You said some of the procedures have a little advantage and disadvantage, but just a little bit layman's terms light on all those three, the partial,
absolutely,
and the crown, the bridge and the implant.
The partial denture is the least expensive. It's not invasive, where we only take an impression and we fabricate it. That's the advantage of it. The disadvantage, it's a little bulky and you have to take in and out. The chewing efficiency is about only a third of what your natural teeth are. So people have trouble chewing, and after a meal you have to take it out and clean it out and put it back. That would be the next option would be a bridge, which is a great option for a lot of people. The advantage of the bridge is that it takes only 2 appointments to do. It replaces your teeth where you don't have to take anything in and out. The disadvantage is that you would have to actually involve the teeth that are next to the missing tooth. The one in front and one in the back. You'd have to grind them down for crowns. Even though nowadays, with all advances in porcelain, we don't actually have to do a lot of grinding. A lot of the time we can make little preparations with like little fillings and have a bonded bridge placed that looks very natural and doesn't adversely affect the adjacent teeth. The only thing that it does is that it gives you extra pressure. The teeth that support the bridge are actually under a little more pressure because of the missing tooth. And the next option would be an implant. The disadvantage of an implant is that it's a little surgery. And with any surgery, it could be a little risky if done by a wrong person, somebody who's not experienced.
Well, it looks to me like grinding down a tooth is a little surgery too.
Yes. Everything we do a little surgery, but this is a surgery inside the bone already.
Okay.
And the implant lasts a long time. It does not involve adjacent teeth. An implant is a wonderful thing in the sense that it lets you get a tooth where you don't have one. It's sort of it's an adjustment to your smile. It actually keeps your jaw from being resorbed. It's very solid. It doesn't give you any sensitivity. You use it like you use a normal tooth. You brush it like a normal tooth. You floss it like a normal tooth. You chew with it like a normal tooth. It's a wonderful advancement. The only thing, the problem could be that hello? I'm sorry, I lost you. Okay, it went into sleep.
You're here.
I'm here. Okay. The only conceivable problem that people might have with an implant is the added cost of it and the fact that it's a little surgery. which is no more traumatic than taking a tooth out.
Okay. All right. Now let me ask you this about the added cost in a little surgery. So when you have here's what I have heard. When you have a bridge, you basically have 3 teeth more or less welded together, and you can't really floss in between. You can, however, take one of those floss threads and go underneath. And again, if you are a guy like me who apparently is more on the slappy side, just like with eating, I shower, shave, brush, and do everything. My wife is still on the first 2 teeth, I think. So I would be the first one to probably not floss as heavy and as I should, simply because to the added difficulties. Bad thing, but I would be one of those guys. Would I then, even more so because of the difficulty of flossing, risk that I lose that tooth faster, and now 3 teeth are broken, and I did have a periodontal disease in that area, which in itself, as you mentioned in other videos, is devastating.
Yes, it's true that good oral hygiene is important in all cases. Since an implant is a single tooth, it's much easier to clean because you brush it and floss it as a tooth. A bridge requires a little more labor to keep everything clean.
Okay.
So as far as a long-term prognosis, it has been shown that implants, if taken care of, will last you many, many years, even if not your lifetime.
And a bridge?
And the bridge could last you a lot of years too, provided you take care of it. Everything has to be related to the way you take care of things. We always stress oral hygiene because it is the most important. Just like changing an oil in your car. If you don't take care of it, the engine will freeze up on you eventually.
Right. And there is the fact that you, without pounding the drums for the implant, there is the fact that when you do the bridge and you have to grind down those 2 teeth, it's like with a tree. Sometimes a tree, when you carve in with a knife, I love you, it's okay, it lives on, no big deal. And sometimes it actually dies because it got hurt.
Yes, absolutely. There is always a chance that you might need root canal treatment underneath. Every time you cut on a tooth, it's trauma to the tooth. Even though we do it very professionally and very atraumatically, there's always a chance of having some trauma to the tooth where you may need a root canal later, or you may even fracture a tooth under a bridge.
And those risks are diminished if you do an implant because you're not touching anything.
Absolutely. Then your own teeth just hold on. They're just by themselves, and they're in perfect shape. It also has to do with every individual case. For example, if you have a missing tooth, and then you have a crown and a tooth in front of it, and the crown and the tooth in back of it, it might make sense to put in a bridge. But if you have 2 teeth that are called quote-unquote virgin, that have never been touched, then it might be better to put in an implant. Right. Again, every patient is a case-by-case basis. There's no ideal rule. There's no one thing that solves everything. That's why we always find out what a patient wants and needs, and we base our treatment plan on their expectations.
Combined with the professional advice, because obviously a patient needs to be enlightened because we don't quite know the ins and outs. So combined with that, then the patient can make up his mind. Oh. And anyway, very, very informative. Appreciate your candidness about implants and bridges and partials. We'll speak to you later. Thank you very much, Dr.